What's going on, everybody? What's good? I am going to show you some tracks, some demo tracks from my new album coming up. There's no name of the album, there's no name of the band, because that's something that we'll just think about a little later. Hope everyone's day was good. Today I had a session for a client. Cool song. Nothing out of the ordinary. So that's always good. Let's start at Pro Tools and I'll show you what we got. I figure we'll just check out a few. Then I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna get some gains, then I'll go to bed. Starting up the Pro Tools. So like Pro Tools was having a problem with the cloud for the past week, and I was troubleshooting it for the longest time, and I was going crazy. Like I was going into my BIOS, I was like letting down the firewall, I was doing all this stuff, and I finally said, all right, enough's enough. I opened up a ticket, and they told me, oh, it's a known issue. So I don't know what I did in my BIOS. Like I did crazy stuff. Like I just disabled everything. I don't even know how to get back to like what it was. I think there's like a factory setting that I might go and do, but man, I messed stuff up. Anyway, okay, so we'll check these ones out. This one's called Hammer of the Ice Giant. So like I used to play a lot of D&D when I was a kid. Right. Actually, I would still play D&D, but I just don't have that kind of time. And then I remember when I played D&D, I switched to Warhammer. But Warhammer got too expensive. Alright, Hammer of the Ice Giant. I used to have the miniatures in Warhammer. They were when they're all made of metal. I had like a Chaos Army of Nurgle. And I did orcs too. Yeah, they're all metal. I remember like we would take the ones we didn't like, and you can actually remelt the metal down. And we would try to like make bootleg miniatures. That like kind of worked. Alright, this song's called Hammer of the Ice Giant. I recorded that from a squeaky bathroom door at the party. It's like Viking stuff. I imagine just like this big burly man with an axe in the mountains. Makes you want to drink beer. That feels kind of wonky. I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, Alright, yeah. So keep in mind these are just demos, and like when we are doing this album, like we're intentionally making the demos like very not bad here, no, not bad sounding, but we're not spending any time on them because we would always find that like people get demo-itis, and I hate demo-itis, and I hate dealing with musicians that have demo-itis because it's always like, oh well, it didn't sound like that on the demo. I think the demo sounded better. Like after like, you know, weeks of recording and mixing, they like the demo better. So I'm like, nope, enough of that. I'm like, if you like this better than the finished product, then it's demo-itis is real, because sometimes like people would say like, oh, demo-itis is not real. It's just like you spend a lot of time capturing something. I don't know. Whatever. That's Hammer of the Ice Giant. So I'm in the cloud, so I did something, so I'm gonna like up my changes. Let that go for a second. Have some crystal light. So what I'm probably gonna do on this track is I'm probably gonna go in. I mean, everything's still like a little bit gnarly, like that. There's some weird drum fills in there, and then I'll probably just do vocals next, because I think if the vocals sound like amazing, then I can just build everything around them. I used to do that the opposite. I used to do like all the things with the drums and the synth and all that, and then I would try to like build this nest. But by the time I got to the vocals, I was so tired. I was just like, forget it. Like the vocals always took a back seat. So now I'm gonna put all my energy in the vocals, and like if something else is gonna take a back seat, because we're just listening music to hear the words and the vocals anyway. Not trying to be an ego guy, but that's just the truth. All right, I'm going to close Hammer of the Ice Giants out. I save changes. Of course, I want to save the changes. Oh, I have the window open. I don't know if you hear this airplane, but like it's way too hot to close the windows. It was a hot day today. I don't live in a van down by the river, but I live in a house down by the airport. Okay, this next one's called Your Day Will Come. I'm gonna get a hunchback one. I think I already have a hunchback, just sitting here slouched. Like I try to like keep my back straight, but eventually just kind of goes like this. All right, so let's check this out. Like I haven't listened to these in a while, so hopefully they don't like completely suck. But they're demos, so they're supposed to suck. Just you should hear the ones we cut. The ones we cut like were just garbage. Utter trash. Now this middle part is going to be completely different. This is like a placeholder. Here's the chorus. Alright. I don't want to give away too much. I started using this one plugin on the master bus to get more excitement. Dude, this thing is like so good. This MOTT by Slate. Like it's mimicking the over-the-top multi-compressor from Ableton. This thing just kicks ass, man. Like it's like instant like sound good plugin. Like if there's any plugin that's like an instant sound good plugin, it's the MOTT. I'm not sponsored by them or whatever, but this plugin is just like bonkers good. Like this is definitely going on the master fader. If I'm mastering the track, I'm putting this. Actually, I'm putting this at the end of the mix. Putting this at the master on the master fader on the mix, because this thing's like an instant excitement plugin. So whatever. It's pretty awesome. I just want to give a shout out to Slate because they're doing good stuff. That's why I keep paying for the subscription. All right, so that is done uploading. After all the downtime on the cloud, the Avid cloud, they should give me some sort of compensation. Like after doing all that shit. Yes, save. But no, they don't. And I think they upped the price. And they turned so I used to have Pro Tools, now it's called Pro Tools Studio. Like, I don't know what the marketing geniuses behind that are, because now it feels like I have like Pro Tools diaper version, like baby diapers. Like it feels like I have a pacifier in my mouth because it sounds like a total downgrade. Pro Tools Studio. Like, I'd rather just have Pro Tools again. But whatever, it's like a different product. I mean, it's a better product, but the name just sucks. They just want you to go to Pro Tools Ultimate or whatever they call it now. All right, the song's called The Bullet. I think this one so far is my favorite. I do a lot of, in this whole album, I do a lot of like screaming, like false chord and fry screaming and just basic hardcore shouting, and then I've been doing like the worst, like through Drist and State Line Empire, and just through anything. Like, I had such bad technique. If you go and look at any of the live stuff I've done, like I had such bad technique, especially as far as like screaming. I thrashed my voice, because you know what? I blame it on like guys like Chino, and I think I just blame it on Chino, because if you listen to like Deftones, like he's not screaming healthfully. He's like just ripping up his chords. Like it's not even pleasant to listen to. The guy's like one of my favorite vocalists of all time, but like his technique as far as screaming is just, I'm not going to call it garbage because the dude's rad. But anyway, the song's called The Bullet. What is going on? Oh, this thing's still... Anyway, yeah, I had like really garbage technique, and now I'm trying to like really focus on having better technique and keeping my voice healthy. I don't have a lot of less of the vices that I did in my younger years. I'm not going to get into that, but I think that's why it held me back from achieving really awesome stuff. Just me partying before it was time to party. All right, here's The Bullet. This is me like on an acoustic guitar, like tuned way down. And me whistling too. I know it's a long ass intro, but I'll probably shorten it or do something. But right now, it's like the purpose is just to get it out, to see what the ideas are. And anyway, it's like I'm not writing for the radio. It's like, whatever. And these screams coming up suck. But I was trying not to wake up my kids, so they're just placeholder. starting to feel like I'm showing like vacation slides. I don't want to bore people too much because especially like this is a demo, but and I don't want to give like too much like out. But I want to show you this bridge that I like totally chopped up. And like I admit I was like listening to way too much Doom soundtrack, so this might have like influenced it, but I'm sticking with it. It's just a choppy mess, but we'll figure out how to do this like for real. I might just keep this part just because I like it, but anyway, I'll show you. Oh, the drums have to like go. Where are you, drums? Okay, so yeah, we'll do some crazy, crazy stuff on the bridge. And that's like what this whole album's going to be about. We're going to have a lot of experimental parts, a lot of intros that are way too long. You know, I've been writing for a long time trying to get on the radio, and I've got on the radio, but like it's not very satisfying. So I'd rather just like write for what I exactly want. If that means like having an intro that's way too long or having like really unorthodox stuff. But, you know, there's a lot of unorthodox stuff on the radio now, especially with satellite radio. But anyway, that's a sneak preview of like where we are at for the album. I don't have an album name, I don't have a band name, but if we get enough interest on the internet and enough people liking this stuff, then maybe we'll play live. Maybe we'll go touring again. I don't know. There would have to be a shit ton of people that like this, not just like my grandma. My grandma's not alive anymore, but you know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna shut this down. But thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys later. Bye bye.